All right, what is going on? We are going to have a pretty aimless talk video here. It's been a while since I made a video, um, and I'll explain why. I've been dragging my feet a little bit on it, but for good reason. But then I actually, I had just got done eating and I was cleaning up and I just was organizing things, and then I was contemplating. So the reason why I haven't been sitting down and making these videos is I've been really into this book lately, and it's long. And when I get home at night, I only have like a certain amount of window of time that I can actually get stuff done before I just get too tired. I'm out. Because I try to get up really early so I can actually also read the book before the kids get up. So like organizing all my free time around reading this book, which I'll get into a little bit later. But so essentially, I've been reading this book at night as soon as I get done with everything I need to get done. And I've always been like going back and forth, like I need to get on the video, make the video, because I have so much to talk about. And then I just like see the book and I'm like, I'm just gonna read the book. Just because it's something I'm really into, and it's just like kind of addicting right now. So, but then I checked my phone and I got a text from my boy Danny, and he's probably gonna see this because of his text. And he sent me a text just like filling me in on what's going on with him, and like in his text he said like love the videos, and that just like gave me an inspiration to like sit down and like, all right, let's do it. Let's just get back on the making the videos. The book can't wait. I always get up even earlier tomorrow morning. But it's just funny how like a simple text like that could just like really motivate you. Not only just obviously for me making the videos, but just in general. Just if somebody says something to you, they just it strikes a chord in you. It's just amazing how just like positive affirmation can be to somebody. So, and then again, that's why I make these videos. It's not for the masses. It's for the people that really are interested, the people that want to better them. Some of this information may be used to better yourself, but it's also just for the people that care and are interested in what I have to say. So like, it's really encouraging to see that, and to get the instant feedback from people that are actually watching them. So I love it, and that's why I am sitting down right now to make this. It's probably gonna be long. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. I could not find paper, so our list today is just on a piece of tissue paper. So I just wrote it down with the first thing I could find. So here we go. So like again, like this is gonna be real aimless, and this is something that actually happened today. So when I go to this is just like the annoyance that I get sometimes. It's just like the way the world is right now. So I went to the bank in Huntington specifically today, and I go through the drive-through, and they have so I'm in the lane that's not like so the ATM line is the closest one to where the teller window is, and then the next lane over is like the one that I went in. And so I'm sitting in the drive-through lane, and they at the Huntington they have the like video screen monitor that you can like look at the person, but the person's in the window like not like 10 feet away from me. So it's just like I don't understand why the video. I mean, I guess I get it because like if somebody's like visually impaired, they can't see that far. It's easier for. I get it. The more I talk about it now, I guess like the more I do get it, because it is more convenient maybe if like you're old or whatever. But it's just what annoys me, I guess, is just like that I was looking up at him like in person, like I'm looking at you, but he like was refusing to cooperate and like he just wouldn't like look at me. He just continued to look at the video monitor. So now I'm doing one of these like things where I'm like looking up and down, up and down, up and down, looking at you in person. I'm looking at the video monitor of you, because it just was like so awkward for me, because I'm like looking at him, yet he's looking down at the thing, talking to me. So we weren't like looking at each other. I just don't understand why like that the video thing should be reserved for like that. Why it's there if you are old or whatever the circumstance is you have to look at it. But it's like if I'm a freaking person staring at you, he just like wouldn't look at me. that probably shouldn't annoy me as much as it does, but it just does. I don't know. These are the things that just, I don't know if that's rational to get just like worked up about and throw in the video, but it's just something that happened today, and it was worth getting out into, the interwebs. So moving on to the next thing. So I got a message to my website, I believe it was last week. I can't remember exactly what day it was. And every now and then I get a message from a parent like reaching out for my services that just is like like such an amazing, it's like an A+ message. And I'm never going to reveal like names or anything that if people like text me things or whatever, I'm never going to like set out the name. I name dropped Danny just because I know he's going to be watching this, and I got the Iowa State on, which is actually kind of funny. So I this year I didn't do the March Madness bracket for the competition for the gym. To be quite honest, I completely forgot about it. Somebody was talking about it last minute. They were like, "Did you do a bracket?" And I was like, "No, I completely forgot about it." So I think I'd done it 3 years just in a row, just for people with like at the gym, and I just didn't do it this year. I dropped the ball. I just had a lot of stuff going on. I completely forgot about it. I don't even watch it. I mean, we have Hulu, but I can't even tell you last time I turned it on. So I just am so out of the touch with the that realm. So I completely forgot about it. But I actually did end up making a very, very, very last minute bracket, and I just picked Iowa State to win it all, just because shout out to Danny. So they were like a number 2 seed, so I figured it's not that outlandish to pick them to win a national championship. But even if they were like a number 16 seed, we're picking them just to go all the way. So but anyways, just getting back on track. So so somebody reached out to me, and the message was just such a like I read it and I'm just like, wow, like this is not only going to be an athlete that's going to make tremendous progress, but just like what a great A+ way to reach out to me and inquire about getting ready to get training and what the message, it was a long message, but in short, essentially what happened was, somebody reached out to me. They have a daughter, and they had made a comment about being very highly motivated to get her into strength and conditioning training, make her a better athlete, stronger, faster. And the thing that really caught my eye, and I had actually written down here, was that they commented, I love the sound of the way the group training atmosphere works, and the pushing each other and the competing. And that detail right there alone was just such a, so that's information that he referenced that is like deep into the website. So if you go to my website and you click on the training, I mean, I spent so much time writing out very detailed specifics about the training. I mean, it's very long. And then I linked inside that same onto the website in the training, where it's like already really long explanation of everything. There's another link to a blog post that I wrote about why I do the things the way that I do them. And you can clearly tell that not only did he like read everything on the website, but then went to the link and then read that. And it's just like, that is such a, just that is so nice for me to see, because I spent so much time writing all that. And it's a nice offset to the people that just reach out to me and want me to explain how things work. And I'm like, well, you're clearly not. And I think it's just like, even on the website I say, like, if you're interested, please read in detail, in full, in length, read the website, because I need you to understand what you're going to be signing your son or daughter up for. And this eliminates a lot of the back and forth and the legwork on my end, because I am so go throughout the day, and then I'm at the gym. It's just like with the kids at home, it's just go doing stuff with them. Now I have to immediately head over to the gym, and when I'm there, it's go, and then I get home at night, and I have to hurry up, I scramble and get everything done that I need to get done, personally and professionally. It's so much easier and that's why I spent all the time writing it all out, because it's like this will save me. Selfishly, it will save me time in explaining things to people, but it also is good for it's such a lengthy explanation. It's everything that you would ever need to know, minus just like one or two details. And like when I see somebody that like quoted like things that I said deep in like a blog post that's linked, I'm like, this is obviously somebody that's very motivated, they're very interested, and they're ready, and by the time the message, they were ready to go, and the athlete is a stud and is going to actually make great progress. And I can tell that though before we even had the first training day. That's something that I can tell right away. And I've done this long enough that there's that saying, I think I've already mentioned in a video before, it's like, if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's more likely a duck. So it's like one of those things where I see patterns of way people reach out to me, and I'm like, this fits the mold of something that's going to make great progress. And I didn't even train her yet, and then I did, and I'm like, yep, this is going to make amazing progress. So that was something that really, and that's like something that like really motivates me, and I guess like affirms like that I was very correct in taking all that time and writing it all out and explaining in very lengthy detail. And I did that again for a reason, is because there's so much that goes in this training. There's so much benefits to it, and there's a reason why I do it. And it's just so nice. Like if you're going to acquire about a service, you should definitely be doing your homework, and I put it all on there for it to be done. So moving on to our next point on the I don't know why I chose to write down on a napkin. This is just like it's like fading away. It's hard to read. So I should dug around a little deeper for a piece of paper. But so next thing I wrote down has to do with just resistance, and I wanted to talk about this right after what I had just mentioned, because actually in that message, so I then responded back to that message, and we actually had like a couple back and forth exchange, and essentially he was just trying to make sure that she wasn't too young, or it just wasn't too early for her to start. And there's there's a text, and maybe I'll like link the text up onto this screen if I can find it still. But I actually had a parent just text me, just asking about how their kid was doing, and I responded back, and the text that she had sent back was, I actually wrote this down in quotes as well. She said that her son said to her that, like things are going good, and said, quote, he told me I should have started lifting a long time ago. And it was funny because that text actually came across it was like right around the same time that me and it's like I were going back and forth about, is it too early for her to start? It's just like I actually just had somebody text me like, I can clearly see the benefits now that they've been involved in it, and they're like, wow, I should have started this a long time ago. And I'm like, if I had like $1 for every time somebody told me that, I mean, geez, it'd be a lot of dollars. Because I think there's that old saying, the best time to plant a tree is today. There's no reason that you should ever delay getting started in something, and not only just this, but anything that you have aspirations or goals towards. And that's why I wrote down this little comment about resistance. And I was listening to this podcast, and it was talking about resistance, and I was actually doing a lot of quoting of the book, Stephen Pressfield's book, The War of Art. And that's actually a book that I had wrote down that I'm gonna read. I don't think next, but then it will be the book after the next book that I'm going to read. And it just essentially, that whole, and I read the synopsis of the book, and it just essentially talks about, again, like it's just resistance to, I was having a lot of resistance towards initially started making these videos. Now it's always coming up with excuses and reasons as to why not to do it and to delay it, or maybe I'll just wait till this, or there's always a reason. And they call, the one guy I was referring to as Mr. Resistance. And that there's always going to be something that you can, I'm sure, construe in your head as to why you should not be doing something or starting something. And the more you give into that, the less likelihood that you're going to actually do it. And I do see that a lot of times with parents that reach out to me, or just athletes that reach out to me. There's always going to, it seems like there's always going to be a roadblock. Like, you're never going to have the perfect schedule to allow for the type of training schedule that you would like, or is you're always going to have something going on with this, whether it's what he has this sport going on right now, this X other thing that's going on now for school, and X this thing, and it's just like there's always going to be something that you can find as to a barrier or something that's going to create resistance. But you have to find a way to push around and push through that resistance, because it's not going to go away, and it's only just going to get the resistance is only going to magnify if you give into it. So I feel like a lot of these things that I had come across all at the same time with the message about I should have started a long time ago, and then just asking about if it was too early for her to get started. And then I just listened to this podcast about resistance, and it was like they all kind of lined up together. And I felt like that was just something that's like really important to mention, is that, and I think I really already made the point pretty clear, and it is that just, you're always going to have something in the way. And if you don't do what you are aiming to do or want to do because you're waiting for whatever it is that is creating resistance to go away, you're going to be waiting forever, and you're never going to accomplish what you're set out to do, and you're just going to be stuck in this endless cycle. And then you're going to, years later, be wishing that you could reverse time, and you get, then that's the same exact text right there. Should have started a long time ago. So my advice would be to start now, whatever it is, entrepreneurially, health-wise, like whatever it is. Granted, it's something positive, like hope, it's something positive for your life that's going to improve it. Just got to get on it, start it now. You just have to get rid of that resistance. So that really, I know it was a long video, but I guess in terms of like how long my videos usually are, it's relatively short. Those are like the main points I really just wanted to hammer. I think I'm getting better, just like cleaning up a lot of this muck in these videos. So, but essentially, really, with how I wanted to end this video, with what's new with me, because it's been a little bit of time. I'm looking down at this. It's funny, I don't have anything else written down. I'm looking down, I'm just making sure that I covered everything that I had wanted to go over, and I did. That's why I just was like talking and not really going anywhere with what I was saying, because I'm like, I thought I had one more thing written down, but I guess I don't. But yeah, so like this will just be spitballing here for the next couple of 5 minutes maybe. Yeah, what's new? Started taking She Legit. It's been a couple, 4 or 5 days. Just another supplement. I just hear a lot of people talking about it, and I figured, let's try it. I'm not gonna, I guess, like be able to recite exactly what it is, but essentially just some natural occurring this like resin that is found in rocks in the Himalayas, and it just has a wide variety of possible benefits. However, like skeptical with that kind of stuff, just because it is like a natural supplement, and like a lot of those natural supplements, they're hit or miss. I've mentioned about taking like Tonkat Ali and Fedosia, Argatos. I always forget how to exactly pronounce that. I'd taken that several times. And it was always like hit or miss with that too. There's one time I actually really noticed a difference, and then other like 3 times I took it, it was like I felt like I just wasted money on it. So a lot of that stuff that's like natural, it's just hit or miss. So just gone on that, and let's see, the basement, we with the help of my father-in-law, which I could not have ever done this without, just because I'm not skilled in this area at all. I feel like I say this all the time, like my knowledge is very deep in a very limited area. It's like a well. The like circumference diameter of it is not big, but it's hella deep. So, but yeah, we're building a rock wall and monkey bars for the kids, and turning the whole basement just into a big play area. Just get these kids playing, which I will be posting a video, maybe like do like a little video tour, maybe when it's finished, and show you like before and after, and just kind of go over the thought process behind it. Maybe link up a few videos of them on the stuff. So I'll throw that together. Hopefully get it finished up here soon. I just got to map out some of the rock, like the actual rock pegs. Just got to map those out, and then eventually we just got to put those on. So, but yeah, that's exciting. The book I'm reading right now. Just real quick, because I actually plan to make another video, like a video dedicated towards essentially me just like reviewing the book and going over the main points that I felt, were impactful for me. And but the book is a hunter-gatherer's guide to the 21st century, and I caught wind of it because of one of the authors, co-author, Brett Weinstein, and he's been on just podcasts I've listened to, and he's a smart guy in terms of what he deals with. And there's a lot of things I definitely, again, which I'll go over when I actually do a video on it. There's a lot of things I don't agree with, what that he says, but that's the thing is like, his background. I wasn't gonna go into this because I was just gonna save it for the video, but real quick, just because I already started to elaborate on it. But he's like an evolutionary biologist, and so there's a lot of things that in his field that with like the evolution, that just definitely I'm not like in agreement with. But the message of the book is like fantastic, and I see where he goes with referring to like his idea of how he got where we are today via evolution. But just you see patterns in human and growth development and culture, and I can see where he's tying that into. It's just I don't have to agree with that's the thing, and that's the thing about the world, is that like everybody has their own opinion, and just because somebody has a different opinion than you doesn't mean you have to cast them out or hate them. And it's funny because I was actually reading the book, and it's like the first quarter of the book just is very heavy on like the evolution type stuff, and I was like barely reading, kind of skipping over, because I was like, again, we're all entitled to our own opinion. That's just not my opinion. But I actually went back and gave it its due justice. Just read it, and I'm glad I did, because we do live in these echo chambers in society, and there's no open forum for like actual reasonable debate or hearing other people's ideas and their opinions. And it's like, if I just gloss over this and don't give it any attention, I'm no better than freaking 90% of the society right now that's causing issues, or so the book is really good, and there's so many good points on it. And the thing that I'm like deep in the woods right now with like the social media, like the initiation of social media, and the lack of play and growth and development in kids, and as well as like the schooling system, how that's kind of proven to be a little bit of a failure to the kids. Again, I'm going to go more detail, when I'm finished with this book and in a new video, just share some of the insights. So I'm being very vague with it right now, but like that whole part of it, it's just such an amazing, it is really a good book, and I would really recommend anybody to read it. There's a lot of good stuff in there for like athletes that I work with that would be good lessons in terms of like their life, because like they're in this weird stage of existence right now, growing up as a kid, and it's amazing. But for parents, me being a parent of very young kids, it's it's really a good book to see what we're getting into in terms of like again, just relating growth development in this the 21st century. So a lot of like helpful tips as well. So it's a great book. That's all I'm gonna say about it now. It's more than I wanted to say because I want to make its own video. But let's see. I got a new beard like kit. Got some new stuff to mess around with the beard. There was a point like during, I think it might have been the year, maybe 2022. I remember I was still working at the hospital because I just like had let my beard just grow. I remember it was like during COVID, we were wearing the masks, and my beard was like it was like out of the mask. The mask was like off my face, and I kind of like want to go back to maybe trying to like really grow it out again and even furthering that. So I actually bought a new beard kit, and we will see. It didn't arrive yet. I've already just kind of stopped trimming it at all. So maybe we'll see some progressions in the videos here. Maybe we'll just start to grow thicker, fuller, and out. So that'll be something fun to like an Easter egg to look for. But yeah. All right. One more thing, then I'll be it. Really, it's just like a really funny thing that had happened. It was yesterday. So, just this is the time of year, get a lot of new athletes, and people come from a bunch of different backgrounds. Some come from doing formalized strength conditioning training. Some come from doing nothing, only their sport. So that's like a really cool thing about like the way I do things, is that you just like there's a variety of different people that come together for this intensive, interesting, engaging program that I run. So so I had somebody new start the other day, and it could be a little bit of a shock sometimes to the system. And it was funny, because you could tell, like, obviously, like, she was like having like a little bit of that moment of I call it the moment of clarity. It's like that Jay-Z song, you just kind of see like this is how you get after it. And she's gonna be another person that's gonna make amazing progress. She so impressed me, which is like the perseverance of getting through that first session, and obviously was having a hard time. It was like, no, I'm not quitting. And it's like, this is the perfect, like these are the types of athletes that like thrive in this type of training, where like they embrace that discomfort and they're ready to work no matter what. And it just was funny because I heard somebody just like that knows her just say to her, welcome to Troy's. I just thought that was really funny, just because like, and it's not like I take pride in it in the sense that like I'm making you just feel like sick, and I want to make you throw up because it's just like I'm on a power trip. It's like, that's not why I find it funny. I just found it funny because like I see that a lot, where I expose these athletes to a training style that is meant to make you strong, fit, conditioned, confident, and it's done in a kind of a no BS kind of way now. Really just get after it and force kids to, and to a certain degree, I'm not going to force you know, I can only set you up in the right position, you know, but then it's up to you essentially to take it and run with it and give 100% and be consistent. And you know, if you do that, then it is one of those, you know, welcome to Troy moments, because you know, these workouts can be very demanding and difficult if you give into them and if you give your full, you know, max effort. And if you don't, you know, you can skate by, and that's fine. But like, you know, progress obviously is going to be very limited if you do that. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny. Maybe we should like get that on a shirt or something, you know. But yeah, so my throat is getting very dry. Had a little bit. I probably had we had this little bit of like a throat thing come run through the house. Started with the kids, and then my wife, now me. My throat is hella dry right now, and I have no more water bottles, so I'm gonna have to go out to the truck and grab some. But it is no longer able to proceed in this video because it is killing me. So I will sign off, and then until next time, which might be I might finish this book, and then that might be the next video. So I do a little book review there. So stay tuned for that, and then until next time, I will see you guys later.